Alright, initial test drive in the 41 Merc. She started right up. We're doing about 35. Gauges are all here right. Oil pressure. Water. We'll stop it here in a little bit. Do a quick walk around. This is a fairly rough road, so there's a little bit of vibration coming back through the wheel. She actually drives pretty straight. Say 45. Let's bring it up to 50. In the road. Wow, pretty solid actually. I'm gonna put it on pause and we're gonna come up to a stop sign. I'll probably well, actually we can keep going. This visor seems to want to move around a little bit. Oh, brakes. Now the brakes did not require any pumping after sitting there forever, so these tracks are pretty radical. I'm going over slow. No weird noises. A couple of small dash rattles, but for the most part, not much. Signal on the speedo. Trans shift's good. My visor kind of walked back on me. Temp's good, pressure's real good. Oh, I'm a little bit over 40. Bring that back down. Tack is over here on the passenger side. You can definitely feel the tires and the steering wheel, but the steering's actually pretty crisp. A little more used to sports cars where a little less body roll, but this has got a little bit of body roll, but it rides pretty darn nice. Owner said he had driven this from wine country to Portland and back, and that's a good portion of where the miles came from. Limit up here is 55. Let's take it up to 55 and see how she does. This is probably the first time the car's been on the road in probably 20-something, not 20-something, probably 10 years, 7 years, something like that. It's not really been driven much. So we're up to 55. Notice I do have the window open. The owner did replace all the weather stripping and the window felt and all that here. Once I get up here a little bit on asphalt, I'll put it in park and we can do a walk around. Headlights are on, the cruiser drive, it's got the floor shifter. You know, for me, I'm 6'3". I could use a little bit more leg room, but that's easy enough to adjust where these seats are positioned. Doing almost 60 now. Car drive's pretty straight. Doing 60. Got some curves. Let's see here. Lights are on. Is this the wipers? No, that must be the dash stuff. I will do the wipers wipers here in a minute. The wipers do work. They are electric. So I'm doing almost 50 around these corners, which is a decent speed for any of the vehicles. For me, I could use a little bit lower seating position so I can see better as well. Let's see if we can get is this the wiper switch? Yes, it is. There go the wipers. Bring it back down to speed because we got a 35 coming up. I believe the tires are aged out on this. In other words, they've kind of been. The tires are older, and probably would recommend replacing them just to make sure that they would be safe if you were to drive at any sort of distance. Let's see if we can bring it down around here, and yeah, the brakes feel real solid. Actually, I'm gonna try hitting the brakes here. Blinker cancel worked properly. Yeah, the car stops real well. Let's go ahead and put her in park and do a quick walk around outside. Gonna push in the button, move it up to park, and then there she sits. The windows do crank. They actually feel super good. Crank open and closed on the wings. I'm assuming that this side feels exactly the same way. That feels smooth, real smooth. And that feels super smooth as well. You can see new felt in there all the way around. This window looks like it goes up but wants to come down just a tad. No dome light in there. Doors closed nice. There's the car. Got some pinstriping. Chrome looks good. The grille has been shortened, and there's maybe a little bit of pitting in there, not much. I mean, it looks pretty presentable. Looks like there's a couple of rock chips. Looks like a rock chip there. Some pinstriping. The headlights look good. Antenna Frenched in. This is the first time the car's been on the road in many years, so. Roof looks good. The drip rails have been removed. Feels super good. Yeah, I can see it's a tiny fisheye in the paint. The paint in general looks pretty good. We don't know. We expect that this was probably leaded in. The owner says that this car was probably done in the 60s or 70s, and it's just kind of been maintained as a hot rod for a long time. So these are apparently caddy taillights, and the owner has another pair. These lenses are cracked, but they're staying in. Oops. These lenses are cracked, but they're staying in. Chrome looks good. There's a little crack here. See that? This trunk has a remote release. It's inside. The other tail light. I've not popped the fuel door. The owner says that he's, of course, always done premium, no ethanol. There's still flexibility to the rubber in the back window. I see a couple of small tears. Rubber still feels soft on the running board here. Yeah, the body feels real straight. Hopefully the reflections give you an idea as far as body condition, paint condition. The hood has a remote release as well as the trunk, so you can lock the car up. All right, that's going to be it for this walk around and quick drive. Pretty nice car to drive. I'd be proud to own that. All right, thanks so much and have a blessed day.